What's up, y'all? Today's video, doing a much needed freshening up of the interior. Check it out. So for over a year now, I've been sitting literally on metal. I have no cushion. Right here is the metal bar that just sits in my back. Same thing right here, I got no cushion at all. Plus the seat's just getting ripped up. Most of this was already like this when I got the truck. The carpet is pretty much non-existent under here. Kind of just been hiding under the rubber mats. Same thing over here on the passenger side. Previous owner was a painter, so there's just kind of some stains and some icky stuff on here. So I got a brand new carpet kit for it. We're gonna do a little bit of sound deadening, and I got some new seats going in this thing. It's gonna be awesome. All right, let's see how nasty I am. I started pulling the seats out. You see this carpet isn't as bad. I deep cleaned this thing about a year ago, so we got a couple French fries and a little bit of trash. Definitely got some dog hair from Nova riding back here. For whatever reason, this carpet's the only mismatch, so apparently they cut out a little section, tried throwing it in here. Not a big deal. See a little bit of crumbs going on under here. This is my little, what's it called? Amp. That goes to the boat speakers. I wired that up a little while ago. We're gonna try to do a better job now with the new carpet kit of hiding this stuff. So here is the new carpet. You can see it compared to the seats. It's definitely a little bit lighter, but also it's probably a lot cleaner. So should be a lot cleaner, it's brand new. This is gonna look really good. Went ahead and got the rest of the trim out. Seats, everything taken apart. Like I said, we got a little bit of a jumbled wire mess. We're gonna clean that all up. We got our speaker wires going back over there. We'll clean that up as well. I went ahead and ran this over with the vacuum just really quick, just to keep from being a disaster when I go to rip this stuff up and a big old dust cloud. So up under here, we got a lot of lizard skin and stuff already down. So I'm probably not gonna put anything up front. You can see this is the old carpet, has a little bit of sound dampener on it. This is the back carpet. You can see it comes with a really thick sound dampener. Really good. I've used these carpets as OC carpets. I'll do a little description drop at the end of the post. You can see I've used these guys before and they make really good quality stuff. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and rip this stuff out and go ahead and start getting ready for the new carpet. Brennan's out here riding his bike around the hills, doing lots of ripping around. It is extremely hot. Ideally, you'd want to lay this stuff out in the sunshine a little bit, but right now it's probably over 100 degrees in the shop and plenty of humidity. So just by laying it flat, it's probably going to be just fine, and it'll be plenty malleable to work it how we want to. If it wasn't so hot outside, I'd pick a nice sunny day, but it's already 7 o'clock, so trying to stay out of the heat as much as possible. What's going on, y'all? Just got back from running a quick errand. Let me show y'all what I got. Little sneak peek. It's got these suckers lightly mocked up. Really liking that. Got both front bolts in. So these are out of a 90s Honda Civic. The front bolts line up basically perfectly. And the back seat, or the back bolts are gonna take a little bit of modifying to do, but not too much. I'll show y'all what we're gonna have to work with. I don't have either one of the carpet kits in yet because I wanted to mock it up out of the way. So I just wanted to show y'all. So here we are, like I said, we got the front bolts in. The backs are not in yet. Like I said, we're just mocking it up. But look at this. This sucker slides forward and you got literally just as much room as you used to into the back seat. So this is gonna work out really, really good. These are gonna be way, way more comfortable. A lot more padding on the back. A lot more cushion for these long rides. I know my wife's definitely gonna be happy sitting in the passenger seat. See, plenty of room for a cup holder situation. What's awesome about these is they also look like they belong in this truck. The pattern, everything is very, very similar to what we used to have. As you can see, compared to these guys, which are all completely worn out. Look at that, that's literally the metal bar. Same thing on this side, same thing down here. These seats are also like twice as heavy as those seats. So this is gonna be awesome. All right, so it might be kind of hard to see, but we got the two front bolts in. This is our bolt hole for the rear. So for this side, we're really, really close, kind of the same thing. So we might be able to just bend this one over, or we might have to cut it and re-weld it at an angle as well. All right, so these seats actually have quite a bit of bend in the frame. So I wallered this hole out, but I really didn't need to. And if you just pry up on them a little bit, you can get these holes to line up. So that's 3 out of the 4. This back one, I just slit a little tab back here and I was able to get that hole to line up as well. As you can see, not going to be the safest and the most ideal, but at least 3 out of the 4, and then that one with a little tab, that's pretty good. This one, same thing. We got the 2 front ones in. This one, if we just shift it over, see how much these things move? This is with the 2 front bolts in. So you can just line these suckers up. This one over here is like a few inches different. So we're gonna have to drill a hole on this side. We'll just run some good grade 8 bolts and some washers and we should be just fine. Same thing with 3 of the bolts and having to modify the 4th. That's pretty solid compared to what this thing's used to be. This will be plenty safe. All right, y'all, starting to come together. Got a few more things to button up, but you can see this new carpet, new seats, new to me seats, way, way cleaner. It's looking so good. What's going on, y'all? It's the next day. Got quite a bit of work done last night. Started getting late. It's really, really hot today, so I'm gonna try to do what I can in intervals. That way I'm not just drenched in sweat, but we will see how it goes. Right now I'm working on the seats, on the brackets. These driver's seats were just a little bit rusty, so I've been hitting them with the wire wheel, and then I'm gonna put some POR 15, some rust stop on it. All right, y'all, it is like 110 degrees right now in the shop. I am literally drenched in sweat, so I'm sorry I'm not recording as much of this as I wanted to. Just trying to get as much of this done before I'm completely dying of heat. I'm gonna show you what progress I got so far. So I got the carpet in. I'm just marking the bolts. Basically, I just get a hot screwdriver and punch it through. You can also come up from underneath and you can find basically where that bolt hole is and poke it through that way if you're having trouble finding it. But now I got this all neat and hidden. Got these wires all zip tied up. These are my ground wires. I'm gonna have to pull this up to bolt down the seats. But I got my seat belts in, console's back in. It's looking really, really good. Well, y'all, here it is. Super happy with how these things turned out. Way, way more comfortable. Way more back support. They sit pretty much identical to how the old ones used to sit. They have the same look, they match the carpet. Really, really happy. Definitely a great swap for these trucks. Here's a nice shot of the passenger side for y'all. Just to show you rear access, just as good as before. And to sum it up, these front two bolts basically line up perfectly. You're able to shift the brackets over a little bit, get that third bolt in, and then you're gonna have to drill one hole. You could probably squeeze it and get this hole to line up, or waller it out a little bit and get it to line up. But I mean, 3 bolt holes in, that's pretty good for me. That's gonna do it for today's video though. Just a quick install. Really not very hard at all. Definitely check it out. OC Carpets, great carpet kit. I've used them for a few of my vehicles, so I'm super happy with that. 95 Honda Civic seats, they fit fantastic. I've been riding in them now for about a month. Super, super comfortable. If y'all are subscribed, I got a nice upload coming of us off-roading and doing some camping. So we go down some pretty gnarly trails. They're pretty much UTV trails. We get to try out the bumper a little bit, front and rear, get to push through some brush. So super, super fun, super excited. I'm loving these seats. They're super comfortable. They're riding super great. I love the install. Keep living for Jesus.